Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to manage news within SchoolSight. Now, if we look at our test site here and we go down a little bit, we'll see we've got 4 news previews, and that's just the particular design of this website where we take the 4 most recent news items and we show them on the home page to give quick access to them, recent news. And you'll see that this first one is a text-only news item. It has only it's just about a Friends of the School meeting, and it has no images with it, but these other ones do. They've got feature images, and as I scroll my mouse over them, I'll see the summary text about this article and an option to read more. And if I go down a little bit further, we'll see we've got more news. So these are the first 4 most recent, but of course there'll probably be a lot more news that is in your site. So if that's the way you would get to that. So in this particular site, we can click there to go to the main news page, or you'll notice it's also up here in the main navigation. And either one, it takes me to the same page. And so this is the main news page of this site. And you can see these articles mirror what we saw on the home page. But there's an additional thing to notice, which is if I go down to this rowing team win, you'll see that this one, instead of saying view post, it says view photos, because this one, as you can see, has a gallery of photos with it. So it's got a feature image, it's got a summary text, and it's got probably more text as well, but it's also got a gallery of photos with it. And if we scroll down a little bit further, you'll see that this article, the Year 11 camping trip, has actually got a video, and the feature image is actually showing a still from that video. And depending on how much news is in your site, you'll see this paging interface, which will take you, as your news items grow over time, users can page back and forth to go back in time or forward in time to read all the news, all past news. So it becomes a kind of a news archive. So how does the news get in here? Well, the news content is exactly like regular page content, with a few small differences, which I'll show you in a minute. But the main thing is that we separate news from other site content, because if we look at our main menu, we've got our main site sections, and we could have a section called news, but then we would have a long list of news as time passed and lots of news articles got added to this system, and that probably just wouldn't work very well. So instead of doing that, we tend to approach it where we have news as its separate item and its separate landing page. And then we also, to make the management easier, we have a separate area for news within the site admin. So here we are in the site tools, and you can see this is where all of our our regular site content is. But we've also, if we look underneath, just under site content, we've got an item, manage news. Now, these are those same articles we see again. And this looks very familiar to the regular site content because it is. So if I were to create a new news article, that's exactly the same process as creating a normal page in the site. And if you haven't watched the videos on creating a new page and managing content, I encourage you to do that in the help guide. But for now, let's go in and just look at, say, the seniors visit, or actually we'll go to the rowing team win, because that's got the gallery. So we'll click into that one, and we'll see that if you've made a site or if you've edited a page in the site before, you'll see that this looks exactly the same with a couple little differences. The first one being the summary. Now, the summary is a little bit different with this, because what we tend to do is we take the summary and we separate that out so that we can use that to display on these previews. So this is a summary, and this is a summary, and we also use that back on the home page to show the summary here. So that way we can just sort of clip that bit of text out and use that. And it also allows us to do different things with it, which also comes into play if you are using our Site Extra, which is our e-newsletter. So with our e-newsletter system, all of the news articles that you have in your website, you can choose them. You've already entered them into the website, and then the system makes it very easy to send out e-newsletters. And if you're interested in that, you can check out the video in the help guide about the e-newsletter system. But what it's important to know now is that we use this summary not only on the homepage and on these previews, but also in the e-newsletter that gets sent out. So that's why it's important to have this be a good little summary of what the news article is. And then the other major change is, which relates in this case, is we've got the photo gallery. And now you'll see here we've got our main photo, which is the girls with their medals. And then that becomes our feature image. And then every additional image that we add automatically creates a photo gallery. So if we go to that article and we see it, so this is the page for that article, and you can see there we've got our feature image and we've got our summary, which is, you can see here's another use for it. We've actually put it in a bit of a different, introductory paragraph styling. And then we've got the rest of the content. And then over here, we've got the image gallery. And if I click on any of these images, you'll see I get this nice zoomed in effect, and I can go through all the photos full screen. And you can download them and view them in all kinds of different ways. So it's really neat. So there's that. And the other difference, so that, again, adding more photos than just the feature feature image automatically creates your photo gallery. And then we've also got this custom data tab here. And what this is used for is adding the video. So if we go back to Manage News, where am I? Up here, and in Manage News, and remember the year 11 camping trip, that one had the view. So we'll go ahead and look at that one. So if we go back to News here, and we go down to that, we can view this one. And you'll see instead of it getting a feature image, we get a big video here loading right here instead of the feature image. So we get the video on top and the summary and the body text here below. And if we look at that, we'll see that. So there's the summary. We put that in there, and then the rest of the text. And you can also, and the video. So the way you do the video is you'll want to have first the video uploaded to YouTube, and there will be a video in the help guide about uploading videos to YouTube. But I'll just show you. So if I go to YouTube now, and I will just Google camping trip, or search camping trip. So here we go. This looks like a nice video. Every YouTube video, if you look up here, has the YouTube.com in the address bar and a code. And this code essentially is the code for this video. So once you have your video loaded into YouTube, you can just simply copy that code by hitting Control-C, Command-C. And then that code is what you would paste into here. And this particular video is the one that we see here. All right. Here. Right. So this is the one we see here, and it's so all you have to do is get that code of your video and put it into this field and save, and then your video will automatically insert into your news content, and it will automatically grab a still for you. But you can also combine things. So you can also, if I wanted to, I could go in, add a feature image and add extra images. So I could if I put in extra images, that's going to create a photo gallery as well. So this, well, let's do that. So I'll go in and I'll grab some new photos, and they won't be camping related, but we'll just see. So I'll grab these same images and insert them and publish changes. And now when I refresh, you'll see I've got my video and I've got my photo gallery. So that's just to say that depending on your content, depending on what it is you're trying to communicate to your wider audience, you can have a combination of photos, videos. Another good example is here on our Friends of the School meeting. This shows you what you can do with the content. So here you can see I've got my summary text and the body text. I can also have a list in here. I can use all of the formatting options that you have available here. And also you can attach files. So this is something, this particular article has a PDF attached, so that the PDF is actually attached to this news item. It's also got a link embedded. So you can combine all of the elements, whether it's attached files, links, videos. You can even attach an additional video by using the insert video tool, or you can use the main one here and the photos to combine them and have any combination thereof. And it works especially great if you're using our e-newsletter module, because just like on our main news item page, where we say view post, view video, and view gallery, that same information is put automatically into the email that is generated and goes out to all caregivers, students, and staff, or any combination thereof. And so they get an email in their inbox that says the rowing team has won. Click here to view the photos. And that all just happens automatically with as minimal effort. And the other really advantage of this is that you're putting your news and your content in once. So you're putting it in once into the website. And we really encourage people to do that. Put the news articles in as they arrive, not wait until, not gather them up and do them, all in one go, but do them as they arrive. And then your site continues to be fresh. And you can see in this case on the homepage, as I add new news items, I'm keeping my homepage looking fresh because there's always new content, new photos getting added there with new happenings and things that are going on at school. And we also put that into the e-newsletter, so that all carries through. So you only have to put it into the website once, and putting out the e-newsletter is very easy then, because you're only having to select from the articles that you've already got into the system, which ones you want to send out in the e-newsletter. And if you haven't watched the e-newsletter video, I very much encourage you to do that. Okay, that's how you manage news in SchoolSite.